How do I even begin this video? Best gacha this year, and yeah, that ad is stupid. What was that ad? That was awful. That ad was so cringe, yikes. That ad turned me off to the extreme. What little interest I had, mostly curiosity, disappeared completely. If you couldn't tell, after I did my recent video on Path to Nowhere, a video, by the way, that I titled Path to Nowhere is a freaking masterpiece, because this game is arguably one of the best gacha games that I have played this year. Players were admittedly a little bit upset, and that is because the marketing for this game have absolutely no idea what they are doing, and you're about to find out why. Before we jump into this video though, I do want to thank all of our incredible patrons over on Patreon. You guys do not need to support Mrs. Stix and I, but you still choose to, and trust me, it is appreciated beyond anything I can convey verbally. You guys are incredible, and admittedly, if you have a moment, follow Mrs. Stix and I over on Twitter. We'd really appreciate that. So I recorded an ad that was shown to me on Twitter roughly a few days after I began recording actual footage for my video. This is the ad. I just want you guys to take a moment here and listen to and watch what is displayed, and then tell me, once you are done with it, that what you are being presented with is not a sex game. Because
Chief, you look tired. Want me to help you relax? Chief, your hand is a bit cold.
Tell me, right there, tell me that if you saw this ad on Twitter, you would not immediately think, oh, it's just another mobile sex game. Because that is what I would have thought had I not actually known what Path to Nowhere is. And I made this ad, if we can call it that, the intro to my Path to Nowhere is a freaking masterpiece video, because I wanted as many people to see it as possible. And granted, over the last 6 days, 25,000 people have. And these are the kinds of responses that people have given. Best gacha this year, and yeah, that ad is fucking stupid. What was that ad? That was awful. That ad was so cringe, yikes. That ad turned me off to the extreme. What little interest I had, mostly curiosity, disappeared completely. This has a lot of potential with a unique approach, but they seriously need to rethink their ad. The whipping and tickling waifus or husbandos who are tied to a chair is not exactly the kind of feature that appeals to everyone. Wow, that marketing ad was bad and totally not what Path to Nowhere is. Whoever approved that ad should be fired. Now, admittedly, I do think this game is freaking incredible. This is one of the best strategy games that I have played in years, and is easily one of the best gacha games that I have played in years. Going through all of the comments, of which there are over 300 as of November 20th, the majority of players, the majority of commenters, I believe, all mirror that sentiment. They all believe that the game is fantastic. They like various different aspects of it, but the general consensus is, amongst myself and the community that I have built, that that ad is absolutely misrepresenting what the game is. You are going to be appealing to an entirely different demographic of players by presenting them with an ad that makes it look like it's some kind of abusive sex game, because it isn't. Yes, there is an interrogation feature. From what I have seen and experienced within it, you do not take a whip to your waifus in an effort to subdue them, to break them down mentally and emotionally, so you can... Dude, these kinds of ads are actually damaging to your game. These kinds of ads are damaging to your reputation as a company. And I cannot believe that something like this was actually approved. These are the kinds of ads that are made fun of. These are the kinds of ads that people use to make memes of video games. Going back 11 months to one of the earliest videos I did on this channel, I want to show you the kind of ads that we make fun of. This is The Walking Dead Survivors. This is an ad that they used to advertise their game. Tell me that this does not look like some perverse sex game as well. Seriously, like the angles that are used in these ads, the things that happen to these characters, these really crappy quality mobile games have to use these types of ads to promote their games because there is nothing good about them. There is like, I mean, you know what? I appreciate a good jiggle as much as the next guy, really. But this is like, this is what their game actually looks like, you know, like this. And this is what they're showing us the game looks like. This is false advertising. This is misrepresenting what your game is. And for a game that is genuinely as good as Path to Nowhere really is, it's just embarrassing. Seriously. And the fact that nobody else, I feel like, online, no other content creators, influencers, Discord, Reddit, Twitter, the fact that none of these platforms are discussing how ridiculously misrepresented this game is across social media makes me wonder if they're even aware that this is a thing. Evidently, those of you that do now know are strongly against it. This should not be the kind of ad that we're using to garner new players to our game, to a game that I've thoroughly enjoyed, to a game that I'm sure a lot of you have enjoyed. And the fact that a lot of you are so disturbed by how cringy and misleading this is good. Again, you guys have an incredible game here. It is so much fun. It is a breakout hit. Don't ruin it by using shady, underhanded marketing tactics like this. Now, for those of you that aren't interested in Path to Nowhere for whatever reason, no problem. I got 2 different videos on screen right now that are definitely going to be of interest to you. One featuring a brand new gacha game that was just announced and I think genuinely looks really cool, and the other a list of every confirmed gacha game still yet to release this month, in the month of November 2022.